And we're back, and I saw that image when I was wrapping up, and I'm getting a closer look at it. It's like, what the heck is this? Okay, last time, we were sent to go find another vault key piece, which turned out to be a ruse to get us away. So, get out of here. You know what? Maybe I can... Oh, there we go. We minced him. Oh, that's a siren explosive artifact. Come on. Okay. So we went to go get a vault key piece, which turned out to be a ploy to get us away. And so now, aerial impact, swift strike, outer blood, scavenge extra items. Hold on. Not anything we got necessary right now. Okay, anyways. Whoa! Just dropping down. So now we're trying to fight through Atlas and, you know, angels or whatever to try and find the vaults before Steel opens it. So yeah, it won't take us that long to get through this. Come on, get hit by my bullets! What is wrong with you? Ooh. Nope. Yeah, it's just a war zone right now. And if we just keep moving. I pressed the wrong button and got too many guns out. I was like, that caustic range should finish him off. Get out of here. There we go. Yeah, I forgot we could get through this pretty quick. I think it was wise to break this up. But yeah, we don't have to run far. And that was more just so I could ramble at the end of the game. Iridian Promontory? Promontory? Okay, but the final ascent. Here we go. Discovered Iridian Promontory. And so now just on our way up, loads of Arch Guardians and Iridian, like, angels. Now, this is actually a great grinding spot, this whole ascent. That's what I would do over and over again, because the Iridians are tough, but they give a lot of XP. But, they give a lot of XP, and so they're good for mining proficiency. So, you, okay, yeah, 16. So, yeah, just upgrade your proficiency level by grinding out Iridians. Their skill up. Fast hands, reload speed. So yeah, that's what I would do. It's especially easy with Mordecai, just because, you know, he's got the shield bypass, but... Hostile Stinger. Probably switch the... Yeah, but bypassing the Iridian shields, because their shields are what's strong. They don't have that much health. And so with Mordecai's ability specifically is really good for getting past their shields and then just destroying them. And then they just become like a good grinding, you know, spot for weapon proficiency. Like, the other characters can do it too, but you have to have good shock weapons to make the most out of it. But yeah, once I figured that out, and I think the proficiency level is like, or proficiency cap is 50. Come on. And you know, there's a lot. This is a big ascent. Yeah, see, that's almost level 17. And then we'll get a damage, accuracy, and, you know, lots of bonuses for doing it. There we go. What is... It's like, is there something near me? Yeah, that doesn't quite work, but... Damn. Don't go behind the pillar. Ooh, I got something. I missed that guy, so... I don't know what I killed, but I killed something. But yeah, I've never appreciated a lot of the, never appreciated a lot of, like, the, flavor text weapons that weren't just legendaries, you know? So, like, a lot of the boss weapons are actually pretty damn brutal. We're making our way. We're getting there. I was gonna say, okay, now our proficiency for this is still close to. But yeah, so I just remember this specifically. Like, this is a great place to, like, grind, for weapon proficiency. We're just gonna move on. Ah, jeez, are you kidding me? They're not gonna come into view, are they? Okay, how far back are we sent? Not that far. There we go. Oh, there's because there's Crimson Lance there. Almost there. Yeah, we could have tacked this onto the end, but I'll have time to, rant about the game for a while once we're done here.
This is it. The reason you're here. I've guided you to this point, and you've done so well. Know that
You're such a good boy.
When the vault opens, brace yourself. I believe in you. You can do this.
That's ominous. What does she mean by all that? Okay, those guys Batman posing are just regular. Keep going, keep going. Don't die, don't kill me, don't kill me. Yay, we did it. The vault! Be on the lookout for rare artifacts. Sup?
You have failed to listen to Commandant Steele. I've warned you time and again, yet you persist on ignoring my orders. The contents of the vault are rightfully the property of the Atlas Corporation. But you... you belong to me. Sergeant, get your team ready to go inside.
Yeah, that checks out. The Destroyer!
Don't give up. This creature may be immortal in its own realm, but in this reality, it cannot survive without a host.
What do you mean by any of those things?
When it becomes flesh and blood, it can be hurt, even killed. You just need to know where to aim.
Well, I imagine the giant eye. Okay, so yeah, the whole game we've been... Oh god, Jesus Christ. Oh. I'm trying to remember, it's been a while. Because, yeah, the whole game we've been building up to this, like, the treasure of the vault, and this is what it turns out to be. Ah, shoot. Alright. But now, here's the thing. Because... Oh, my battery was charged. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, trying to focus, so I'm not trying to mess up. Because, yeah, the thing is about the Destroyer, you know, you build up the whole game to, like, get this treasure when it turns out, oh, it's actually a monster. And based on the lore, it's, like, sealed away by the Iridians and put in a vault just because it kept it locked up. Because it has the capability of possibly destroying the entire universe. But it's kind of like in between worlds right now, so it isn't at full power yet. I'm trying to remember, where's the right spot? Because the thing I end up doing is because the thing is not very hard to beat, and you can put yourself in a certain spot. That just keeps you away from the dangerous parts. Whoops. Oop. So that's kind of the thing. You can kind of camp and hide away from the bulk of the Destroyer's abilities. We got some annoying things to take care of, but once we do...
I got no bullets.
I don't even remember the Destroyer parasites. Okay. The problem is I am low on ammo. Trying to remember, I kind of get close to it to get some ammo. Come on, break it. Okay. Yeah, the problem is this is a bit of a war of attrition, and I think, technically, I'm trying to remember, because I think if we die, we keep the damage because we're so close to him. Yeah, this is kind of a problem, though. Because we really need the ammo. Oh, come on, no fair.
Good boy.
I need ammo. That's the problem right now. I'm thinking. Are you guys dropping ammo or what? I thought I saw some beacons for some ammo. I was just thinking, like, maybe this was the trick. You had to, like, hide on the side of it, and then it couldn't hit you again. I don't remember. I swear there was, like, a sweet spot where, like, if you were there, he couldn't hit you at all, and then you were just, like, invincible for the whole fight. Yeah, my problem right now is ammo. I should have stocked up more when I had the chance. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear at this point. This boss fight is not great. That's one of the big things about Borderlands, is that just sort of like, it's pretty well known that the Destroyer is like a bad boss fight. And so, like, you see it all the time on lists of just sort of like great games with like bad final boss fights. And this is like, you know, the big one. Damn it, I'm out of like everything. Well, okay. Well, use the dove, it's unlimited. Well, when push comes to shove. It'll only take forever, but it will work. I mean, we can't get too close because we gotta avoid a lot of its attacks, but it is working. Okay, Dove, best gun in the game, apparently. Yeah, I'm glad I split this up if this is just going to take forever. Let's hide for a moment. Yep, come on. Suppose can we just keep shooting his tentacle here? Suppose that might be the safest option we got. It's working, it's taking a while, but we don't have to worry about ammo. It's boring, but it's working. I didn't think about this. Yeah, keeping the dove at this point. I usually sell it because like the damage output's so low, and while the effect is neat, it doesn't really matter. No, this is why you keep it. Destroying the destroyer with only a repeater pistol. I mean, you can't blame me. Dominant strategy. That's kind of the problem. Destroyed the destroyer. Killed the vault boss. Yeah, that's kind of like a big, you know, infamous part is how not great this final boss is. So, bit of a shame.
You opened the vault. I'm sorry I couldn't warn you about what was in it. But for you to be there to stop it, it couldn't have unfolded any other way. You did well, and your actions haven't gone unrewarded. The key won't open the vault for another 200 years. But I'm sure Tannis will pay you quite the fortune for it. Now go. I'll be watching.
Ooh, but check me out. Oh, come on, get down.
Claptrap, interplanetary ninja assassin. Yeah, that's kind of random the first time we finish the game, and then that's it. Okay. We can script the credits, but here we go. Bring the vault key. Yeah, we got the vault key again. And a couple of chests. Hold on, let's pick up the money while we're around it. And you get a couple of chests just to mess with. Yeah.
Satisfaction abounds.
Mouth's just open. It's not much. Ooh, Baja, bigger blaster. Ooh, okay. Iridian lightning. Ooh, shock artifact. I guess I got a load of trash that I really got to get rid of. Oh, wait, I should have kept some of those. Where's the shock rain? That would be good to keep. Wasn't there also an explosion? No, wait, transfusion. Explosive rain, that's probably good to keep. Okay. Well, take the elemental artifacts, because I can just burn those. Oh, I guess not. At least part of them. Lots of guns. A orange weapon for completing the game, I guess. Real impacts whip. Nah, not kind of nothing I want, because these are just the weapons you get for completing the game on, you know, at this current level. So, yeah, not all that much, really. But there we have it. So yeah, the ending is kind of underwhelming. Like, it all builds up, it's fetch questy, and then you get to the fun finale, and it's just kind of like, done. Where do we underpass? Like, Tana should be back at her spot now. So we'll just bring this back to Tanis and then just call it a day. And yeah, that's the base game of Borderlands. And again, now coming back to it and really looking at it with, you know, not fresh eyes, but, you know, coming back to it and replaying it and thinking about it more thoroughly with the context of, like, the entire rest of the series, you know, Borderlands 1 is still pretty good. It doesn't, but the series gets better. And I suppose that's fair for what it is now. You know, for, like, late 2010s game, or, no, 2000s game, or early 2010s, whatever. 2009? Whatever. And this thing fires and reloads pretty fast, so that's something. But, you know, for what this is, but, you know, how influential Borderlands has been. Like, there's no looter-shooter that doesn't get compared to, like, Borderlands. For better and for worse. And just, like, at least for what it starts out as, you know, this is just, like, a great thing to play, especially with friends. Like, I've had friends, like, you know, play the game with me from, like, not start to, like, maybe midpoint, just because it takes forever. Thank you for bringing this to me. This cash sum should cover the hardships. Not really. You've endured and ensure your continued silence. This key won't work again for hundreds of years, but I must keep it from falling into the wrong hands in the meantime. Oh, whatever. I will continue my research. It appears that there is more to be learned from the Iridians than weaponry and spaceships.
Keep your eyes open.
And with that, that's the last of the base game missions. We did it all, so that's interesting. So... oh, okay. And so with that, yeah, that's kind of the game. So now with all the base game done with, mainly it's just play again, level up, or... hold on a second. Let me just check something. We'll back out real quick. Because I think we can also just start New Game Plus from here as well. Or select playthrough, yeah. So we can just go into a second playthrough, New Game Plus, start the game from the beginning, do it over again, and just cut through it. You know, just everything leveling up as you do, and you just go for another round. You go for the New Game Plus until you hit the level cap in the base game it was 50, but with the DLC, was it added with Fort Knox? I think it was. We got, what was it, level 69, I think? Something akin to that. And so, yeah, again, coming back to it, it's like, there's still a lot I appreciate about this first game. It doesn't take as long as I thought, but then again, I've also got this game, like, partially memorized. So, you know, I guess it makes sense why it didn't take super long. I didn't check my time. What was my time? Like, was that not even, like, 10 hours? But, again, that's kind of like playing it over and over again, getting the lay of the land, and doing the final stretch. Because with my characters, Roland took me about 3 hours to get through, like, the first part of the game. Brick, second half. Lilith, wow, even less time. And Mordecai, yeah, 9 hours, roughly.
Check me out, I'm dancing! I'm dancing!
We're going to load playthrough 1. Roughly, you know, 9 hours to get through it. I know it took me way longer before, just, like, cruising around, doing missions out of inefficient orders. And so I kind of fast-tracked a lot of the process just by sheer knowledge, but that's what happens, and it was still fun to, like, go through it, you know, and there's a lot I appreciate now. There's a lot of weapons and nuances that I didn't appreciate, because I always, like, was only focused on numbers. Are the numbers on the stuff I'm finding better than the numbers on, you know, the boss weapons, while not really taking into account their special abilities that are more apparent in 2. There's a lot of stuff Borderlands 1 starts with that they just refine better in 2. You know, they just detail things more. Weapon, or, you know, skill effects are more drastic, and they kind of lay out their abilities more, and what the class mods do for you. Weapon abilities are kind of, like, more pronounced and such. There's even more variety and more fine details that separate every weapon type from another. Like, you know, every weapon type has, like, their, like, lean, but, every weapon, sorry, every weapon manufacturer has their lead. Teddiors, I think, are faster reload or something. You know, Malawans are all elemental. Jacobs are higher damage output. Torque, you know, usually more explosive. Every weapon has a lean, but they become way more pronounced in the later games, especially in 2, where it kind of like just sets like the jump from the, not to be mean, the jump in quality between 1 and 2 is drastic. And kind of is more pronounced now. And I said, you know, Borderlands 2 is one of my all-time favorite games. I'm sure coming back to it, I will quickly find out it's like, oh, maybe this isn't the masterpiece I thought it was. But it's still going to hold up for me in a lot of ways, I think. But Borderlands sets things up, you know? The narrative isn't super compelling just because everything is told through you in text, but there is a lot of, like, world building that is subtly dealt out to you. You know, and little nuanced details that I only notice now, like, you know, on your way to the Rock Hive, you see, like, Rack flying around in the sky. Subtle details with, like, characters and actually reading the mission dialogue, and learning there's actually interconnectivity there, so that's interesting. So, the bosses are usually just, like, you know, not big variety in the bosses. I bet if we can go back to find Bonehead, actually. Because most of the bosses are just, like, slightly altered, you know, versions of the regular bandits, like, you know, Baron Flint doesn't have, like, a special ability of his own. Crom is just on a turret. Sorry, Bonehead is just, like, you know, basically a psycho with a gun, so he just acts like a, sorry, Bonehead's just like a psycho with a gun, so he just acts like a regular bandit. You know, with Flint, they got a named character or a named enemy, and it was just a badass bruiser. You guys can barely even hurt me now. And the thing is, it's just like the same quality weapon as before. But that's what the New Game Plus is for. So you go through again, you go through again, level up more, everything ranks up to your level to a degree, and you just kind of like restart from your starting level. And so I remember what I've done before. I would play through the game, max out my level, finish the game, and then replay the whole level again to get the highest quality gear at like the highest level. So like every weapon you found was level 99 or 69 or whatever the hell the level cap was. And so like it got crazy. And I was, yeah, very compulsive about doing it. But that's just kind of where we're at. Because again, there's still a lot of cool stuff about Borderlands and everything like it established and what it's done. And lots of cool, you know, characters that they're establishing, and everyone has, like, their unique play style. Again, Mordecai's the sniper and also has, like, bonuses that allow, like, better loot drops and, you know, other items for everyone else. Brick is, like, a tank that's hard to take down, and is really good for just, like, bulldozing into stronger enemies. Roland is, like, the support, good for, you know, good for a lot of like healing and, you know, supplying everybody around him. And then Lilith is a good kind of like stealth unit to just cruise around and, you know, leaving just destruction in her path to like light everybody up and set them up for, you know, more damage. And they all have, you know, unique abilities. Their skills are very, you know, lateral, just like it's all about the numbers going up, which is still fun. But, you know, in Borderlands 2, certain effects are called game changers for a reason. That's because they completely change how your skill works. But for the start, there are still some cool combinations, and like I appreciate more now, with something like Lilith, you know, with her chance of not using ammo, and you find the right weapons to really take advantage of that skill. That can be devastating. And, you know, even though Sledge's shotgun, you know, we got that pretty early on in the game in the long run, and yet that could still be functional if you get the right combination of, like, upgrades, to your character. So, you know, Lilith could take that into the end game and it would still work just fine for her, you know? But so that's where we got. I'm sure there's a lot more to say, but I suppose I got more to say about Borderlands 2. Because, yeah, Borderlands 1 is still good. But, yeah. The series just for the most part, gets better from here. At least mechanically. Because even the gunplay is still solid. And, what else? I suppose that's it. There's a lot of stuff. And, you know, there's still maxing out characters, getting higher levels, and doing such. But we're also not done with the game yet, because we also have the 4 DLCs that we can do. Because we got released, you know, I don't remember exact dates, but I got them in bits. But we got the fast travel points to go to new areas. What was it? The Island of Dr. Ned, Mad Moxie's Underdome, what was it? Fort Knox, or whatever it was called, and Claptrap's Revolution. So I think we'll go back to the characters, and we're gonna like have them go through sections. But yeah, so we're gonna switch back to other characters, and we'll have them going through some of the DLC. Because I think I gotta remember if the level requirement is only like 15 or 20. So I'll have to double check that. But my thought process is like how I thought I'd build this up, because I also had fun just like, I know it got really redundant playing through the game multiple times, you know, through large chunks of the game as, you know, the same time to like set up this Let's Play. But I like going from different characters and getting different skills and building up. Roland kind of got left in the dust, but, you know, there's more stuff I appreciate about him now, and, you know, I'll be able to bring them back. Because I think my thought process is, I'll have to check. I don't think I have to beat the game 3 more times with the other characters, because that'll take a lot of time. But I'm thinking Roland can do Jacob's Cove, Brick can do the Underdome, Lilith can do Fort Knox, and Mordecai can wrap it up at the Tartarus Station for the Revolution. So we're going to wrap up here for right now. Next time we continue, we will... Oh yeah, it's a golden gun. Okay, sorry, I just realized the gearbox manufacturer on this. We'll wrap up here for right now, and next time we continue, we will carry on. Well, I suppose that should be separated, because, yeah, that's the end of Borderlands of the first game. I'm going to be doing the DLC, but that's going to be its own separate thing. So,
Come on, everybody. Check me out. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
yeah. So we'll just check out our good buddy Claptrap, who's also fun. I suppose a lot of the characters are a lot of fun still. Like, this is where they get their start. And, you know, it is very, like, crude and crass. You got Scooter, the really inappropriate, like, redneck character. You got Marcus, kind of like the sleazy arms dealer. I like Patricia Tanis, like, as this, like, mad scientist who is just, and in the sense of just sort of like, she's just kind of like lost her mind. It's actually kind of tragic looking back on it. But Tanis does keep coming back in the series. You know, the characterization of the Vault Hunters is there. You know, Lilith is kind of like having fun, just like, well, everyone's having fun roughing it up, but it's their own, you know, tears of enjoyment of the carnage they're causing. And there's just, like, a couple of, you know, what else? Claptrap. I'm trying to think of now stuff to say, but I think I kind of, like, wrapped it up. Otherwise, I'm just babbling. Ned is kind of like this, you know, cool, silent type. Who else? And our buddy Claptrap. Claptrap is, like, I think I'd argue one of the most iconic video game robots. Because he's just kind of friendly. Yeah, he's annoying, but that kind of makes him endearing. And, you know, you see the Claptraps, like, you know, strewn about and murdered and, like, you know, damaged all over the place. These poor guys go through the ringer. And yet, if you help them up, they still persevere and are, you know, very happy to be around. But anyways, so I guess for now, that's it. We'll wrap up. Effectively, that's the end of Borderlands 1. So, I'll do the DLC, but as of this, that's the end of the first trip to Pandora. So, with that all being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off. And thank you for watching me play Borderlands.